All right, back with you, Chad. AI Trading Futures. Tim is in the house. We got Tim in the house over there. There he is. Infinite. I got no voice on you, buddy. Got no voice.
Yeah, hey, Jim, I'm talking to somebody on the phone.
Oh, no sweat, bro. No sweat. I just got you up there. There's Timmy. He's on the phone with somebody. Sure, that uses a little CPU up, doesn't it? There we go. Gonna have to call it a day here in a minute, chat. 11:52 New York time. Should not be trading after 11:30, so I got it down to 1 over here. And we're going to do just one NQ if we find a really stellar setup. But you see how going into lunch, just Chop City, got stuck in one there for just a few minutes, wound up pulling that $450 out that you saw there on screen. So anyway, back to the story about the blood clots, right? A few days after that second shot, they told me I didn't have to take it. A week or so later after that, I'm in the hospital, 29 days, ventilator for the first week, lung clots, blood clots, pulmonary embolisms in both lungs. I'm having to do inhalers and stuff permanently. Permanently lost about 25% of my lung capacity. Can't get my race car license back. And then I had to wait almost 4 years for President Trump to be elected before the government would release my back pay and put me on disability. But I'm getting disability at a high level because I'm a high level earner, or was. And I got a work ticket to be able to trade because I'm trading for my family's trust, not trading for personal income. And so I don't invalidate my my retirement, I would call it, my pension. And yeah, and I get a nice handicap sticker and I live at the beach. I'm going to go ahead and take this one just for funsies and try to get it up to the VWAP. A little late from that breakout of previous candle wick highs. And I was talking to you guys. I might have to take a loss on this one. I'm going to go ahead and buy again at the market. And I'm going to take a small gain on this when it gets up there around $50. It's just 2 contracts. All right, took out $40. You saw it there on the screen. Not hard to do those little ones like that at all. And you're not putting much at risk. I DCA'd 1, but I was late, Chad. If I was watching this and not talking to you, we would have bought at the break of the 15-minute opening range, a red line, which happens to be the break of these previous tops, these wicks. And we would, and then our target would be to, if we had 2 contracts on, we'd take one off at the 20 EMA break, and then we take one off touching the VWAP, or when it pulls back into itself significantly. Right now, it's still going. I could still be in that trade making money. After lunch, I want to try to get a $5,000 day. You know, I only shoot for $1,000 a day, so $5,000 a week after commissions. But this AI has been stellar because it's been betting more lots than I would normally bet, and it's been calculating the risk reward for that, and it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good. Let me show you now. Don't judge me based on this pie chart because it's not accurate. Because when you DCA, it doesn't count that as one trade. So like if you buy 1, DCA to 2, DCA to 3, I DCA'd 11 times in one that wound up losing that $100 overall on that trade, but it counted that as 11 trades losing. So here's its stats. I've lost $1,565 on trades today. It was not 15 trades. One trade had 11 DCAs, so it was like 4 trades. But anyway, that's what it is. What it is. Had 1 break even, had 23 winners. So this is literally over 70%. It's closer to 80%. But whatever. I got $4,820 in my pocket. Not a bad day of trading futures. Trading a little longer today, so make some content and video for you guys. I got to replace this SSD drive. This SSD drive is failing. When I log in, it tells me my SSD drive is failing. Back up everything now. Imminent failure possible. And so Cyber Power is going to replace it. And anyway, that's something we got to do after the close here or after we get done trading. Max drawdown 1636. That's a little bit above it. I don't like that to be more than 1500, but that's okay. Largest winning trade 1500. Average winning trade 340. Average losing trade $104. That's the ratio right there. Everyone talks about ratio, profit to risk and all that. I like to just see my losses compared to my wins overall, and I like it to be 2-to-1 or better, and that's where we are today. Right where we want to be. Let me show it to you again. Average winning trade 340 right there. Average losing trade $100 right there. So that's a great ratio, everybody. You shoot for that. You always should always be green on the days. Break through the VWAP. I didn't take it. I'm just worried about this lunch. You know, I gave some money back there earlier. I like it though. I think I'm gonna. It's saying it's time for 10. Got a 2 million in balance. So wait for a pullback into this 30-second calendar. Let's let it finish out. Oh man, I'm on 5 minutes. What are you doing, Jimbo? See there, guys? The video game part just got me. I was on a 5-minute candle. So here's the 30 seconds. Now we wait. Let's just wait. I like this VWAP play. I really like these VWAP tests on a closing basis. 5 seconds to close here. 11:58. People are just going to lunch in New York City, and I'm sitting here trading. I'm doing this more for the entertainment value for you guys now than following my own rules. Follow my rules in the guide down there, y'all. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. Don't forget, I'm not bald. No, people say you're bald. No. I shave my head with a number 1, barber razor because it makes my it helps these little prop hats that everybody knows me in road racing. It helps them fit better. Beautiful 5 EMA hold. Look at that. I bet we switch to the Ashies. We're going to love it. Look at that Ashy run, man. Ashy candles. Beautiful run. Broke the 15-minute range. Never looked back. Not one single trailing stop invalidation to this date. So that's been running a long time. That worries me. So I got to wait for momentum now. But there's been nothing wrong with the break of the 15-minute and switch over to Ashy and just trail your stops to the below of the previous candle. Look, no bottom tails if you know about your Ashies. Here comes the short. Here comes the short. Let's just see if we lose VWAP here. Look at that 15-minute range, 15-minute opening range. 15-minute opening range low, LOD, right through the VWAP. Beautiful trade. Beautiful trade. If any of you guys caught that, you would have caught it somewhere in here. You switch over to your Ashy candles, and until you get a bottom tail, that wouldn't have bothered me because I'm also using the 10-period moving averages. Even the 10-period moving average has not been invalidated right now. There's no reason to be out of that trade. Now, I'm a micro scalper. I know how to do all these plays, but I'm a micro scalper, so I don't do it that way. But if you're betting less, let's go ahead and take this. We're going to take the breakthrough of the VWAP. Let's see if the VWAP test. Either we're going to do a breakthrough on an impulse or we're going to do a rejection. There's the impulse breakthrough. I'm going to go ahead and just see what we got here. I'm totally speculating. Totally speculating. Let's see if we can get it. All right, $400 right there. The break of the VWAP, y'all, is very powerful. Very powerful. I can't give you any advice, but see green, take green. It usually, even if it's going to be an overshoot and just continue up, it's always a good place to take a micro scalp. In my opinion, I've seen it, looking back, it's a good place to take a micro scalp. So that puts us at, okay, we're at a goal for the day. I think that's going to be my last video. Hey, buddy. What you doing, buddy? Cronus the Schnauzer's in the house. He just had his walk. Everybody meet Cronus the Schnauzer if you ain't already met him. Let's get our. It's my boy. He's 13 years old. He's deaf. Another whole story. I guess I got enough time. Nickel overview. He had a little ear infection, an abscess right here on the outside of his ear. We took him to a prominent veterinarian here in Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. And they said, oh, yeah, we're going to put this coating in both ears. It's like a gel coating, and his earring will be muffled. But that way, if it's got any other problems, it'll take care of it. You got to come back in 2 weeks and get that gel coating removed. When we went back to do the gel coating, the vet allowed a vet tech trainee to remove the gel coating. They removed his eardrums. You should have heard him screaming back there. By the time we got back there, it was done. He was in full-on shock mode, panic. His eyeballs dilate like this. No anesthesia, nothing wrong with his eardrums. Vet tech trainee didn't know what the F she was doing, and she pulled that gel coat out and ripped out both his eardrums. We took him to a specialist, and they said, it's crazy. It's as if he never even had eardrums, is how much it did. So that's the nerve and everything with no anesthesia. This boy's eardrums got ripped out. And, he knew 30 commands. He's professionally trained. Now he's confused and upset. He gets in the middle of our bed and cries all the time. Can't hear us. He's never going to hear us say his name again. Our schnauzer will never hear us say his name again. So I'm teaching him sign language, and we're working with him, and we do a lot of loving on him because he don't know what happened. He goes in. We take him, so we're all guilt-ridden with this. And then an effing vet tech doesn't know what she's doing, removes the medication they put in there, and scrapes his eardrums out. Can you imagine that? So anyway, we got a deaf schnauzer, and this is him. He sleeps right here beside me, and we go on a bunch of walks and car rides, and he loves going to the beach. So we're about 1.5 miles from the beach. We go to the beach twice a day. He's got his little handicap beach sticker thing that he lets him get on the beach. Don't you, Cronus? His name's Cronus. There he is. Say bye-bye to everybody. Well, certainly want to timestamp that, Grok, and talk about my beautiful baby, Cronus. He's like my little buddy. My kids are all gone. My kids got master's degrees, MBAs. They're working for big corporate America, high-income individuals. And so we did good and dodged bullets on all that. I got 2 little grandbabies and daughters, and love them dearly. They're 7 and 4. They live up in Tennessee. We're down here at the Emerald Coast and the beach. And I have my son is at Allstate Corporate over in North Carolina. My daughter is at FedEx Corporate in Memphis. She lives about a half hour outside of Memphis. Memphis is not a very nice town, but makes a lot of money for corporate. She flies all over the world with that job. She actually manages the Southeast Asia Revenue Management Group. And my son manages the algorithms, I think, whatever. He's a data specialist. They both are data specialists in revenue management. He actually was working at FedEx and was recruited by Salesforce.com. And then while at Salesforce, he was re-recruited. We're going to take the trade here. He was re-recruited by Allstate, which was one of his primary customers. They said, we're going to make you an offer you can't refuse. You got to take it. We got the momentum. Let's try to get a couple $100 here. We're okay on the day. I'm going to go ahead and wait on this trade. It's coming toward us. Everything is suggesting that this should be a great trade here for just a quick couple $100 scalp. There it is, $200. All right, we're only $45 away from $6,000 after commission today. Trading the cash account. I'm sorry, guys, my win ratio don't look good because I did some DCAs. And look at this trade going. I'll come back to this in a second. Look at this trade going. Flat bottom breakdown. AI told me 5-minute sell. There it is. I could have got a lot more money out of that. Let's just go ahead and mark this thing. Let's go ahead and mark it. I didn't hit the button hard enough. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. 25 points on a 30-second candle. Don't forget now, look at top left here. I'm trading on 30-second candles using AI trading futures indicators from Grok 4. We got the JSON files. We got the Python. We got Zapier all running in the background. She's looking at everything I wish I could look at and had time to look at to make these trades. The Mag 7, overall market, confluences, convergences, precious metals, the bond market. Very important too, the put and call walls of what expires in the shortest term possible for all 7 of the Mag 7. Imagine trying to watch those charts yourself. You'd have like 900 screens. You know, I've seen a guy that stands up and he has 900 screens and he can watch all that. But with AI these days, you can have them doing what they do. And first thought I was going to have to do prompts where I was going to have to tell it what to do, but no, it told me what to do. So I'm literally, this is AI trading futures, and I'm just a human button pusher. Because as we got into it, I said, well, what do you think? And it says, well, if I was you, I would add this, this, and this, and you need also watch that. I said, yeah, do it. Let's go. And so that's how we got to this. I'm going to come back in the next video. Please like and subscribe. Send your friends. Ask me a bunch of questions in the comments. I need the comments. You guys know the drill. I'm trying to build my channel, and I'm also, more importantly, trying to help people to have a little thing that they can do in the mornings or something to complement their day job and make a little bit of money. And I really would like to help people do that. Not charging for anything. Down in the below should be my setup guide of what you see on the screen and how I play it. And I can't give you advice. I'm not a professional. This is only for entertainment. I'm only showing you what I do. Okay. Don't get me in trouble. But if you want to learn how to trade, or you want to try to learn how to trade, there's a lot of courses and stuff you could buy. Let me just wrap it up by saying this. I bought everyone's courses that was affordable. And then I watched everyone live trade. Everyone whose transcript would show. Like, there's a couple of guys that have that feature turned off, the closed caption, and so you can't download their transcript. So I am going to go back to them now that I know how to do voice to text with a JSON and a script and pick up all of theirs, because I watch them trade in real time, and I'm fond of them. They're stellar, but I haven't done it for everybody. But I have done dozens of people. I've watched dozens of people. I weeded them down with the Benjamin Franklin pros and cons of what they did and did not do. And I got it down like 8 people that had their transcripts of their live trading available. And I took all those transcripts for 3 months or longer, I forget now. And I put all those transcripts into TXT file, upload the TXT file to Grok 4, and then have Grok 4 tell me what's first question. What's the most common trade, right? That's where the VWAP comes from. Second most common trade, 15-minute opening range, ORB. And then so on and so forth. A lot of it is just candle reading and intuition. But I didn't know what the histogram was from Courtoga. I didn't change my parameters on the stock RSI to be this fast and just give you a visual on, little ticks on the changes. I didn't have different colored outlines of my bars for my candlesticks. I did not know how to switch over to ashy candles when I'm in a runner and I want to let it run. I did not use Renko like Mike Schwartz does. That's where that came from. This is the Renko charts. It finishes on price. It's totally different than candlesticks. So I learned a lot from AI that adds all in. And then at the end of the day, though, she's watching news with news API plugins. So I don't have to watch the news. I don't have to watch the calendar. She's telling me with a little running total of like a chatbot box over here. And she got 2 columns. The left column is information about taking a long position. The right column is information about taking a short position. And then that's that. And so it's greatly changed it, because it also overlays with this, you all. She's telling me what to bet. Or I would just do 1, 2, 5, or do 2 so I can scale out 1 and hold 1 runner. All the stuff you read from everybody else. She's reading it dynamically, going, no, 30. That's the max I can do with my margin. She says 30. It's time for 30. And a lot of times she'll do that at the open. She'll have me straddle the open with 30 contracts. Let's go back and look at today. I'll show you. She didn't have me do the open. She had me do the next bell. Let's go here. Let's go down to executions. I know this video is getting long in the tooth. And look right there. Right out the gate today, on the first little pullback, she had me do 30 contracts. I went in 30 contracts. Do you know what these pay? Do your math. I sold short at 25,111 and I covered at 25,080. So 31 points times 30 contracts was a pretty big lick. Pretty big lick, if I do say so myself, chat. All right, so I hate those things being on the screen. It dirties up my screen. And it takes CPU, by the way. Everything you add on here takes CPU. That's why I've built my own VWAP. I built my own histogram, RSI. All these I've tweaked into PineScript myself. With AI's support and and intuition. Mainly AI did it. I didn't do it. I'm just a human button pusher, and I love it. I love it. I'm 40-something thousand on the week in personal income, and I'm having these $25,000 to $40,000 weeks. I'm over 40,000 this week. 6,600 on Monday, 13,800 on Tuesday, $15,800 yesterday. And today I'm at $9,070 in my pocket, 59.55. We only need 45 bucks. Hey, how about this? Come back in the next video. I'm going to make one trade. All right. I'm going to try to make one trade that'll get us from 59.55. See right here on my screen? Let's make one trade to get us above $6,000. And then we'll probably call it a day. I'll be right back.